of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. The Knights will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteers offense will have the first possession of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him, that guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So UCF's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that one's going to be knocked down incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. With the catch, it's Charles. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. The Knights will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Off play action on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Give to the running back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. To throw, it's Aguilar. Picked off. What a way to set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. This time it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The option look. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Final update, guys, in the battle between Sparty and Michigan and the fight over Paul Bunyan's trophy. Michigan State notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from East Lansing is worth its weight in gold to the Spartans.
RPO complete to open the drive.
No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the wideout. Jackson will throw. Right on the money. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Finds his man. It's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Rushes on him. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out, force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports Studios at the Bounce House.
The Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Takes the handoff. It's Montgomery. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Using his feet. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And That's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll move the wide receiver. The give on the inside. Picks up the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Jackson will throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Knights decide to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the fourth. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. The Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds a little space. Got the first down himself. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Volunteers in the hurry up.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
To the air on first down. Plucks it out of the air.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Fires to the middle. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Lost the fire on second down. That's caught. It's Bishop. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans